Hello and welcome to World Talks, where every word matters. With me, Anna Kalczyńska, coming to you live from Warsaw. The lower house of the Czech parliament passed a law requiring Russians to renounce their citizenship before applying for the Czech one. Officially, the move has been taken over security concerns and, as the Interior Minister says, countering such threats. It's not discrimination, it's an obligation. Now, why is this controversial? Why this measure can bring the desired effect? To explore this, we will be joined now by Tomáš Zdechovský, the Czech MEP, European People's Party. Welcome, sir. Good to have you.
Thank you very much for your kind invitation.
So tell us, what can be called a harsh measure? The move of the Czech legislator is certainly worth explaining now and getting the right context. Back in the days of Miloš Zeman presidency, up until recently, the Czech Republic had an image of a Russian-friendly country. So what made the Czechs change their attitude vis-à-vis the Russian nationals so drastically?
Yeah, first I have to say that we had a very bad experience with Russian intelligences, especially with the operation of GRU. They made in the Czech Republic 2 terrorist attacks against Vrbětice. Also, it was investigated and concluded as a terrorist attack of the state against our sovereignty. And from this moment, we take very hard measures, and we said we will never accept any terrorist state what is operating in the Czech Republic. Also, Czech Republic from this moment take very short decision and very hard decision that we will never ever accept any Russian intelligences operating in the Czech Republic. Also, it's absolutely clear and it's absolutely strong signal to all Russians that what are now cooperating with Russian intelligences, that we will not accept them.
All right. According to the census, there are 40,000 Russians living in the Czech Republic, and Russians are the fourth largest national group in the Czech Republic. So do you think such regulations are overdue? And if they come into effect according to the principle that the law does not working backwards, will they be effective?
Yes, I understand your question, but our point is that we would like to send it really very strong political signal to all Russian citizens that they can decide. They can decide if they want to live in democracy, in freedom, in respect to rule of law, or if not, they can go back. Also, this is not any other options. And our decision was absolutely strong. We said, if you don't love us, leave us. Also, you can go back and you can stay in your beautiful country with Vladimir Putin. And this is not any other question. We would like no one discriminate, but we are saying really we feel that between you, and not all you, but between you are people who are still cooperating with foreign intelligences, who is doing action against us. And for us, it's security on the first place. Also, we will never, ever accept someone who is cooperating with terrorist states. Also, it's Islamic State, it's Russia, it's another terrorist states, what can be Iran. Also, we will never accept them.
All right. Now, we understand this dual citizenship provision is not enthusiastically backed by the entire political spectrum in the Czech Republic. So the main allegation of the opposition is that they will negatively affect the ordinary people. Is that true? In what way could it affect negatively the society?
No, it's not true. They are really repeating only the people what are linked and what was historically paid by a Russian many years. And I think that in opposition are some party what are very pro-Russian. And we would like to send it very clear message. Really, if you are former Russian citizen or Russian citizens, but you are working in the Czech Republic, you love Czech Republic, you want to stay in the Czech Republic, also take our rules and cooperate with us, not cooperate with Russia. It's not needed. Russia is now aggressing Ukraine, and you are living in democratic countries, and we would like to really have it peace, and we would like to have it stable democracy, and we would like to have it we would like to be part of European Union. Also, we will not accept no one who is doing and working against us. And there are some people, we have it, our intelligence has it, evidence, who are posting anti-European, anti-Czechs post, pro-Russian propaganda, and these people have to go back to their country and they can do what they want. Also, if they want not to stay in the Czechia, okay, let's go and enjoy your regime of Vladimir Putin.
All right, but you know, you understand this argument. You can be also backfired with an argument that you are basically pushing those people back into the arms of Vladimir Putin.
This is not argument because oppositions knows that we have every times a lot of information and a lot of evidence. The Czech intelligences are absolutely clear and they are doing amazing work. Also, everyone who was pushing back had it really big evidence about his work in the Czechia. And all judges can look on this evidence and can decide if the person will stay or will not go. It's not automatically. And I think that really only some of people in the history had complained and had any victory on the state, on the Czechia, that they were in the evidence of our intelligences without some reasonable argue. But I think last 5 years there was never happen that the people really from the Russia won any court that they were false in the evidence of our intelligences. Our intelligences are very strong and they have it really every time's view about the situation. And first, the person has this signal that he's doing wrong. If he doesn't understand, then he has to go.
I was going to ask you about examples of these evidences, but let me give you one. The most glaring one of Russian interference in the operations of the Czech Republic was 2021 explosion at the Czech ammunition depot. So the Czech intelligence claims that Russia was behind those attacks. Whether there have been this kind of covered operation remains to be seen. Are you not going to publish them openly so that the public opinion sees it and takes it into consideration?
No, we will not public openly because we will not give it all the materials and all the evidence to Russian intelligences. I think that really in the democracy, the mechanism of the intelligences is working very well, especially in the Czech Republic. We have it, our intelligences under the democratic control, and we trust our intelligences, especially BIS. The Czech internal intelligences is doing amazing work, and this is why CIA is very close cooperating with this one of very important intelligences, or Mossad or other intelligences. We have it every time clear evidence about the person who is sending back.
Okay. Have there been any polls conducted on this matter? What is the sentiment in the Czech society regarding your project of law?
Some of people are thinking that Russians are still doing amazing job, and especially from the communist times, they have it a lot of contacts. Also, you have to understand that the older generation doesn't understand current situation with Ukraine, and they are living in some bubble that Russia is every time pro Slavic oriented country, and they are doing amazing job to support the Christian around the world, and they trust Russian propaganda. But in this moment, we have to send it very clear message that it's not true and enough is enough. Also, the Czech Ministry of Interior decided that we have to really act against these problematic people. And I will give you one example. Everyone in the Czech Republic, and you wanted the concrete example. In Karlovy Vary, where is the biggest Russian community, there was a church, and priest from the church, who is really delegated from Moscow, he was in the reality the agent of Russian intelligences, and he gave there the space to the Russian citizens to come and to operate it in Karlovy Vary. Also, and it's not only in Karlovy Vary, it's on all the Czech Republic and in Germany. Also, we had to stop him, and from this moment, zero tolerance. Also, if you really in the war between Ukraine and Moscow, you want to continue and to make any sabotage in the Czech Republic, you will feel that we will really fire you back, and we will defend our sovereignty and our democracy.
All right, and how about this law being passed? Can it really be applied, and can it be passed? Because we know that this is only the lower chamber, lower house of the parliament, which passed the law, which it entered the whole legislation process. So what has to happen now for this law to be passed?
I'm absolutely sure that the Senate will support it and the president will sign it, because in the Czech society we really understand what was 1968, and I think that all chamber, parliamentary chamber, understand this step of the Ministry of Interior. And I have to say that I will promote it in European Parliament, that we have to do it as European Union, not only Czechia, but another country. This is why Czech Republican Ministry Foreign Affairs were really apply for the option that all the Russian diplomat needs to visa to cross from one country to another country in EU, in Schengen space. And I think this is the step what is very important, because you cannot send it to the Russian intelligences from one state to another state, because they have a diplomatic passport. And now it's much more easy to control them.
Has this law been projected on and somehow designed on some other legislature, or is this an original idea by the Czech MEPs?
This is the original idea of Czech MEPs, but we are consulting it with another colleagues. I spoke with Polish colleagues what are interesting about the security, and I think we will find majority in European Parliament also.
Thank you very much, Tomáš Zdechovský. So we are waiting for the whole process to be over in the Czech Republic. Let me just remind you, the lower house of the Czech Parliament has passed a law requiring Russians to renounce their citizenship before applying for the Czech one. Thank you very much once more, Tomáš Zdechovský. Have a good evening, and thank you for your time.
Same to you, and thank you very much for this important topic that you are playing it in your TV. Thank you.
And thank you for watching, but please stay tuned to TVP World as more news are coming just in a second, and then we will be back with another interview.